Tell people no more often to have more freedom. Welcome back to the Twin Win, the only live stream on the internet that gives you the twin win of succeeding in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. My name is Jay Allen Hull, and I go live almost every weekday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'd like you to make sure you hit that like, subscribe, follow, and notification bell so that you can know when I go live and when I drop new videos and get all of this information for free. Today, I'm going to teach you one of the most important things I teach my clients, and it is that you need to say no more often to have a better and more fulfilling life. Now, what do I mean by that? You need to exercise your no. The bottom line is people say yes too often. Hey, can you appear on this podcast? Can you show up at my challenge to support me? Can you do all these? And those are all wonderful things, but you've only got a limited amount of time. It's not like money. Money is a renewable resource. Time is not. If you get 80 years, that's it. That's all you get is 80 years, right? So if you should be working on your business, but you told somebody, yeah, I will, I'll show up on your podcast, but their podcast has nobody in your ideal client. It does nothing for your business. Although you could be helping them, the problem there is that now you have to make up that time somewhere else, right? Every time you say yes to somebody or something, you're saying no to something else. If I say yes to meeting with a client at 5 p.m., that means I'm saying no to having dinner with my family around the dinner table. So you need to understand that, and you need to really exercise your no's. I know you've heard the quotes by Steve Jobs that he's more proud of the things that we said no to than the things we accomplished. Warren Buffett says the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything, and you really need to think about that. So how do we say no graciously? Well, I came up with this formula or this framework for the gracious no. The first thing is you need to acknowledge and be gracious. Hey, John, thank you so much for inviting me to be on your podcast. I really think that is it's such an honor. It really is. You do such a fantastic job. That's step one. Step two is the no, and to explain why. However, John, I just don't feel like I'm the right person for your podcast. I don't feel like I would really add the value that you're looking to give to your clients. And so I'm going to have to say no. Now, don't say, well, maybe later or something, because you're being wishy-washy. You just say, so I'm going to have to say no. And then you move into the third phase, which is, again, being gracious. But again, thank you so much for inviting me. Again, I'm happy to listen to your podcast when I get a chance. I do love it. I don't feel like it would be a right fit. But thank you again. You're just an amazing person, and just being asked is such an honor for me. Now, here's a bonus step. So you thanked him, you said no because you don't feel you're the right person or because you don't have the time. And again, be honest, I don't feel like I'm the right person, or I don't have the time. I'm already booked up. I don't have, and if they're like, well, what if it did in a couple weeks? Yeah, John, I just have to say no. I do appreciate it, but I have to say no. And then you give him the gracious. Here's the bonus step. However, John, you know what? I was thinking about it. I know this guy named Jesse, and I think he'd be perfect. I really do. I think he'd be perfect. Let me contact him and see if he'd be interested, and then I'll hook you guys up. I'll let you know. If he's not interested, I'll let you know too. But I really think he'd be perfect. I'll explain the podcast, and I'll see if I can get you guys hooked up. So there's a bonus step. If you genuinely know somebody who would be better than you or who can take your place because you've said, no, I don't have the time, or no, I won't do it, offer it and then follow through. Because sending a message really quick to, hey, Jesse, I just got off of this podcast. It's not right for me. Here's the link to it for you to check it out. Let me know what you think. And then maybe a day later, Jesse messages, yeah, I'm all in. And then you just connect John and Jesse. That's a lot less time than spending 45 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes on an interview on a podcast that is not right for you, or that you don't have the time for. So that is how you give a gracious no. Make sure that you are very, very generous with your no and very, very judicious with your yes. You need to really think through your yeses, because every time you say yes, you're saying no to something else. And ask yourself, what and who am I saying no to if I say yes to this? Am I saying no to myself, to self-care? Am I saying no to my business? Am I saying no to my clients? Am I saying no to my wife? Am I saying no to my kids? By saying yes to this? And if any of those things are true, then you really have to consider really, really seriously whether you should say yes or not. My recommendation is that you say no. So thanks for joining me today. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, follow, and notification button. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.